Hi, this is Dr. Russ, and this is Unit 3A. How do I choose a topic? From your earlier writing courses, you already know what the topic of a paper is and how to choose one in general, so we're not going to go over that again here. We assume you already know that by now. But what we are going to do is to get specific and talk about how you choose a good topic for your senior research project. So let's get started. How do I choose a research topic? So in an earlier video, we saw an 8-step process to get started working on our proposal. In this video, we're going to look at the very first step, choosing a topic that is interesting to you and others. As a quick review, remember that a topic is a broad area of interest within the subject. So some examples of topics are faculty teaching, organizational creativity, or psychological stress. So think about your major and all the things you've learned in that major over the recent years. What are some broad areas of interest to you? What things have got you really excited, made you think about it a lot, made you maybe even go and read about it on your own? So, what makes a good thesis topic? First of all, it needs to be interesting to you. You're going to spend from 1 to 3 semesters working on your senior research project. You don't want to be bored the whole time. It's so much easier to do work, especially hard work, when it's something you're interested in and care about. Secondly, you want your professor, your advisor, your department chair, and other people that are going to read your thesis to be interested in what you have to say and to enjoy it too. So it should be interesting. And because this is your senior research project, it's what we call your culminating assessment. It's supposed to be related to your academic major to demonstrate the skills you've learned while you've gone to school here. And like all academic writing, it needs to be precise and concise. That is, stated in as few words as possible. Because even when your goal is to state it in as few words as possible, the thesis will still end up being 20 to 30 pages long. So if you're not careful, you'll end up writing a book. And you don't want to do that. Nobody wants to read that. So there are a number of questions you can ask yourself when you're trying to figure out which topic you want to research. Are you interested enough in the topic? We just discussed that. Do you know enough about the general context of the topic you want to work on? That is, a thesis involves something from the areas in which you currently work or think you may want to work. Do you know anything about the general area? Say you're a business major. Um, what do you know about business in Liberia or Nimba County or Ganta? Or if you're an education major, what do you know about education in Liberia? Or what do you know about school in Nimba County? Or if You are a theology major. What do you know about your denomination or other denominations in the area? Or if you're an agriculture major, what do you know about farming where you're going to be working? What do you know about the soil characteristics and things like that? And if you're a nursing student, do you know anything about a hospital in the town where you think you may work? Okay. Can you take this topic and ask yourself, is it doable? For example, if you said, I'm going to do a senior project on curing cancer, I don't think that's doable. It would take tens of thousands of dollars of money to do a study like that. It would take many years to complete it, and you only have one. So you have to ask yourself, if I study this topic, do I have any chance of success in it? Is it something I can actually do? Um, have you given any thought to how you'll actually do the research? Some things might be very interesting to study, but you have no idea how you would do it. Suppose you wanted to um, study every peanut farm in Liberia. How are you going to travel all over Liberia? Where are you going to get the money to travel all over Liberia? So, uh, uh, could it be done? Well, if you have no idea how you're going to even do this, it sounds like a great project to do, but you have no idea how you're going to do it at all, then maybe that's not a good topic. Again, do you know what resources you need to do research? Most college students do not have a lot of money. They have very little equipment. So again, if you're going to try to find a cure for cancer, you don't have a sophisticated research laboratory, you don't have any money. Um, uh, so think about whatever you're going to study, do you already have in hand, or can you easily get all the various different things that you're going to need to do that research? Then you need to consider what kind of ethical approvals you're going to need. Say you're going to go and study at a school. Do you think the principal will let you study that school? Do you think the parents of the children at that school are going to want you to study their children? Um, if you think the answers to that are yes, fine. Otherwise, maybe it's not such a good topic. You have, depending upon where you are in your education at LICC, anywhere from 1 to 3 semesters left. Can you complete your thesis in that time? If not, are you willing to attend LICC more than 4 years in order to get it done? So think about that. Again, can you get access to the research context? You may decide, I want to study people who live in poverty in Chicago, Illinois, USA. But the chances of you getting a visa to do that, and maybe even a passport, are not very good. So pick pick a topic where you have a chance of getting in there and studying it. And then finally, can you make a plan? Can you do a timetable for when you'll get the research done? If the study is so complicated or so vague that you don't even know how much time you're going to need to do it, that one won't be good either. Okay, there are more things on each of these questions to consider. So look at figure 3-1 in your text. So the assignment for this week will actually be a discussion in Moodle. So this is not something you can mail me. You're going to have to go into Moodle and get into the discussion. So before you do the discussion, make a list of 3 to 4 topics that you're interested in and that has something to do with your major. Then go back and look at how do I choose a topic in chapter 3 to evaluate each one of these topics on your list. Which ones would be good thesis topics and which ones wouldn't? For those that would not be good thesis topics, cross them off your list. Then use figure 3-1 topic checklist in chapter 3 to decide which one topic you want to investigate. So you started out making a list of 3 or 4 topics that you were interested in. Now narrow it down using those criteria in the topic checklist to pick just one. Then go to the My Topic and why I chose it forum in Moodle. State the topic you chose and explain why you thought it would be a good one for your thesis. Then wait a little while for any replies from your instructor to what you posted. Your instructor will probably give you some sort of feedback like, that's a great topic, go for it. Or have you thought more about this? Or I'm not sure that would work. What about this? And then follow the feedback that your instructor gives you. So that's it. That's what we're doing for this unit. So go ahead and get started choosing a topic for your senior research project. Good luck.